Almost.
There it goes.
All right, we're here. We actually
Yeah.
have people tuning in, you said. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Miko's just sent me a picture. He's watching us on the big screen.
Oh, man, if Mikos is watching, we got to be careful what we say. He'll correct.
Yeah. Oh man, what did we talk about last time we were on here? I don't remember.
We talked. We had the active shooter conversation.
That's right.
And by the way, we actually got complimented by Johnny Turner that he said we actually somewhat stayed on point.
So, just somewhat, right?
Somewhat. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think that's what he said. Now he may correct me. I don't know, but yeah, he did say it was a good show. So hey, he critiqued us pretty hard on the first one. He said we rambled too much.
Well, we were getting our feet wet, get started, all that. So I ain't no professional at this, and so yeah,
I'm not a professional at anything. I've been playing guitar for over 40 years, and I hadn't even mastered that yet, man. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got fairly good at the old saxophone thing, and then before I became, did anything worth noting, I gave up on it. I got busy with life, type of thing. I was just making sure everything was working right. We are live, and everything is good to go. So,
good deal.
Topic for tonight. Yeah.
So I'm gonna kick it over to you. We decided we were going to talk about some of our favorite drills, and I think that you and I are going to be coming from two different directions on this. So I'm going to let you go first on it.
Well, I mean, talk about coincidence, right? I just last week, almost a week ago, I was just sitting on my couch one morning, drinking my coffee, getting my day going. I'm starting to work on a new curriculum I'm building and whatnot. And I was like, man, I really need some sort of defined exercise, if you will. I'm real nerdy about words. I did the triangle of truth of practice, conditioning, and training, and the difference of it. I don't know the difference between a drill, an exercise, or a standard. I have an idea, but I haven't dug deep in enough the definitions of those three to give definitive feedback on it. So for now, I'm just calling it an exercise. So I was like, I need like this drill exercise thing. I feel like standards are this thing you must meet. Like there's a standard, there's a minimum.
Yeah.
I didn't want that, because I wanted the average end user, whether it be professional or recreational, to have a useful exercise that checks a few boxes that I feel is important for said end user. And the curriculum I'm coming up with is going to be called Functional Pistol Skills. Think of functional medicine, right? We're going to have a 2-day functional pistol skills. And in it, you're going to get intro to movements. You're going to get what's required to create an accurate shot. You're going to get why speed is just as important as accuracy, so practical speed. And then the intro to movement again. I wanted something that kind of encompasses all that, but here was the thing. I didn't want something that was going to take all daggum day long and eat up an hour of the class, because realistically, a lot of these standards, drills, exercises, you can't really do them all in unison because you got to be able to time it, right? So it's a one at a time thing. And I didn't want to waste everybody's time. There's only so much learning you can do twiddling your thumbs on a line of 15 people when Joe Blow's on the other end doing his portion of the drill and you're sitting there, tweeting about how good of a time you are. Anyway, I want to be very respectful of people's time. So with all of that said, that was long-winded. I came up with something I'm calling the Tri-5, and I just edited up the video and all that and got it scheduled to go live on the YouTube channel tomorrow at 10:30 Central Time.
Good deal. And that's the drill. I assume that's the one you texted me about.
Yes,
that I wanted to run, but I'm having hip and back problems, so I couldn't be your guinea pig on it.
That's fine. Totally fine. I'm interested in everyone's data. I started off with some heavy hitters just because I wanted to see. I didn't want a low hit factor score because I didn't want to muddy the waters of people trying to dig into tenths. So, something about tenths of a hit factor doesn't give you that good feel you need. And while I don't want to give people a sense of feeling that isn't deserved or anything like that, I do want them to have some accomplishments and be proud in their
Sure.
achievements and what they've
Sure.
done. Celebrate your wins. So I wanted something that was, if you're pushing good, all right, you're going to be somewhere around that 10 to 11 hit factor. A big number hit factor, points divided by time. And so after much thought, a little bit of this, passed it by a couple of people I trust on this type of stuff. That's what we came up with.
Well, tell us what the drill is.
You stand it.
I don't think everybody else out there knows.
You stand at 15 yards. Okay. You're going to use an IPSC or a USPSA target because you need alphas, charlies, and deltas for scoring. Alpha's worth 5, charlie's worth 3, and delta's worth 1. You're going to have to add up all these points. Anyway, so it's a 15 total round course of fire. You start at the 15. You, upon the start signal, audible start signal on the buzzer, draw 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you run to the 10. You give it 5 more. And then you don't have to stop shooting and run to the 5, but you need to advance in some type of way, some sort of forward movement, 5 more while moving. So total of 15 rounds. So 5 at the 15, 5 at the 10, and 5 while advancing from the 10 to the 5. No closer than the 5. It wouldn't behoove you to run closer anyway because you're just going to eat up time and movement. Yeah. Add up all your points, divide by total time. That's going to give you your hit factor. Why is hit factor so great is because it takes into consideration both time and accuracy in a very practical manner. So 5 points for center chest hit seems about right.
And when you sent that to me, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to tell you what I instantly thought was what a great drill for a church security team. Because if you think about your average person, we're telling them create distance, lateral movements, get away from the threat. But if you're in a situation where, like, let's say, I'm just thinking church security team off the top of my head. No, sometimes in that situation, we want everybody else to go away from the target. We've got to close the distance and try to get a better shot, try to put the target down, try to stop the threat. Right. And that was one of the first things that popped into my mind. I thought, I don't know if Tyler designed that for this purpose or if it was for more competition shooting or what, but that was the first thing that I had in mind was sometimes we have to actually actively close the distance and try to, to get shots on target as we're moving forward, not away.
Absolutely. So in my mind, this was for, again, any end user that carries a pistol, whether it's professionally, defensively, or recreationally. These are hard skills that are going to apply to everything.
Yeah. It could certainly be applicable in a just a standard self-defense situation as well. If I've got my grandchildren, my grandbabies with me, right? I'm tell them, you run, I'm going forward,
Right. Oh, Tanner my buddy Tanner, he's actually one of the people that I got some data from. we shoot very similar. He actually did roughly the same time and hits that I had with almost the same exact hit factor. He's saying he did a bunch of variations of it: reverse, adding in, reload, strong hand, weak hand. Foundationally good set drill to work off of. I totally agree. Eventually, I'm going to create a advanced version of it that's going to include some strong hand only and a reload. And I may change the forward movement to lateral. But Back to my. So I actually had a few inspirations from this. First off, is part of Mark Smith's standards. He incorporates that style of forward movement and engagement type of thing in his standards. And then recently I took an Ed Monk active shooter class.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I saw that.
Just what you just said, man. You got to know how far away you can or can't take that shot. And
Right.
you very well may need to take a shot and then realize, oh crap, that didn't work out, or he hobbled around a corner. Now I got to run again and figure this out. And, you know, the possibilities are endless on that. But yeah, it's meant for everyone. And if you break it down just like what Tanner did, tell me how that's not going to make you a better USPSA or IDPA shooter. Tell me how it ain't. I mean, everything in it is what you're going to see on just about every stage.
Right.
Everything's there in 15 rounds and a little bit of movement.
And I think, you know, I'm not a competition shooter. I shot, you know, we've been through that. I've shot a few competitions and came out, you know, I think I shot 2. Okay. Mm-hmm. Came out about the middle of the pack, which was kind of my goal. I just didn't want to be last. You know, I went into them last year, and I thought, you know, if I'm just not last, I'll be happy, because everybody there had been doing it between 2 and 30 years, and I'm the new kid on the block and show up and. All right, you know, like I told you before, I consider myself an adequate shooter. I'm not Rambo or anything like that. I'm not trying to be, you know. Sure. So, but you know, I was looking at that drill and thinking, because I'm hoping to get into USPSA shooting. Actually, if not June and July, I'm going to start shooting some of those competitions just to learn, just to kind of identify my own weaknesses, honestly. But I was looking at it when you sent me that drill, you know, the other morning. I thought, yeah, I like this. I think I know what Tyler's doing with it, but I can think of other applications for it. And, you know, there's so much. One of the things that, you know, a lot of defensive trainers, I think, kind of down the you know, well, I think you did a video on it. Competition shooting will get you killed, right? And I think there's a lot of that attitude out there. I think they're wrong. I mean, of course, there are some things in competition that you wouldn't do in real life. I'm not going to storm into a room and start blasting, okay? But at the same time, there's an awful lot to me from what I've seen that applies to, you know, potentially be applicable in the real world as well, in a real defense. I mean, put it this way, just to, you know, make it simple. You don't know what's coming at you in the real world.
Right.
You know, every situation is going to be different. The idea that, you know, that it's going to happen exactly like it does on TV, no, that's fantasy land crap. That's not the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, so I like the you know, the kind of upbeat, off the beaten path kind of approach that you took in that drill and putting it together. And I think that there are variations that you can do. I think there's a ton of them. Well, you take any drill and put an infinite amount of you know, variations to it. So.
Yep. The thing about shooting, right.
I'm going to go in the opposite direction, like I thought we would. You got to go ahead.
Oh, so I was going to say, people that think competition shooting is going to get you killed or is going to create bad habits, it's not how the human brain works, man. And first and foremost, competition shooting ain't about going out there and doing exercises or drills or like our live fire scenarios of someone shooting back at you. That ain't about what it is, man. It is hard skills testing. That's it. See how good of a shot you are, how well you can manipulate it, how well you can move while manipulating and working a gun. Like it's just a large skills test. That's all it is. Looks like you might be lagging.
Did I freeze up or did you?
I don't know. Maybe the commenters can tell us which one of us is
Can you
messed
hear me?
up. Mm-hmm.
I'm reloading.
Okay. Well, if we got any viewers, can you let me know if it's me that's jacked up or if it's Carl? Ah. Let's see. There we go.
I don't know what happened. Must have been on my end.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. You know, the other thing too, and I don't, you may have mentioned. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're just lagging. So go ahead.
Hello. Okay. You're still frozen from what I'm seeing, which probably means I'm frozen. I can hear you, but you're not moving.
Yeah, I mean, everything looks good on my end. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Good old technology, man. I'm supposed to have super duper whiz bang awesome 1 terabyte internet, but it's it's not that way. False advertisement from AT&T. I get like 200 megs instead of the 1 terabyte or whatever it's supposed to be.
All right.
Hey, you look
Seeing you
better.
now.
Hey.
You there? Am I here?
Yep. You're here. I'm here. We're all here.
Okay. All right. So am I still breaking up when I'm talking?
I mean, you sound normally fine. Your just video looks like
Hello.
it's filmed with a potato.
Good grief.
What happens if you turn off your video? I wonder if that would.
Yeah, you're breaking up on my end. I think it's all on my end.
Oh, yep.
If I turn off my video, I'm not sure how you do that. Is that the stop cam button? No, that can't be.
Yes.
Tanner says everything looks good from here. You can hear and see both of us.
Yeah. Let's just have a. I don't know. I'm not very techy.
I can see you. I can hear you, but you're not moving.
Well, then let's just go for it.
Well, okay. So if I heard you right, huh?
We may just have to kill this out and start over.
Distracted to hear everything you said on the competition shooting, but you know, have to X out and start over.
Yeah, let's just restart this whole shindig.
Okay. I've reloaded twice.
Yep, I'm gonna do the same thing.
I'll try it again.
All right.